Simple and powerful exercise. So do it. Lot of dedication. First, deep exhalation. So focus only on the breath and don't allow your mind to wander anywhere. Don't bring any your problems, tension in doing this pranayama and dhyanam, and relax their physical body and mind. Nothing is going to happen. Okay, so have the thought. So by focusing on the breath and not allowing any of the thoughts disturb your mind. So I told you, have the thought that heavens are not going to break loose. So don't think what is going to happen. That kind of tension you don't bring in to this dhyanam. Do sincerely pranayama and dhyana. So by this process of focused pranayama, relaxing the physical body and the mind is quietened. Upanishad mantras advise us to do dhyanam on the supreme principle. Sarvam khalvidam brahma tad jalaniti shanta upasita. So mind has to be first quietened through this process of pranayama, and once the mind is quietened, focus on that supreme principle. It is all pervading. It was all pervading supreme Brahman is also a substratum for the creation, sustenance, and dissolution of the entire universe. Special name Tad Jalan is coined by this rishi who found this mantra. This mantra appears in the Chandogya Upanishad. So, when this Brahman, which is difficult to comprehend, is pointed out as your own true nature within you, as the consciousness principle through which all the functioning of your sense organs, both organs of action and organs of knowledge function, then you are able to recognize that there is something beyond the matter that is there within your body. श्रोत्रस्य श्रोत्रं मनसो मनो यद्वाचोह वाचं सौ प्राणस्य प्राणः चक्षुषश्चक्षुः अतिमुच्य धीराः प्रेत्यास्माल्लोकादमृता भवन्ति. Shrotrasya Shrotram, the ear of the ear. That means what? Ear cannot function without the supreme conscious principle present within you. Similarly, the mind and the speech, organs of action, example of organ of action, speech. Then vachoha vacham savu pranasya pranaha, even the prana shakti, the life force cannot exist without supreme principle. So, how to recognize? Pierce through the external happenings and you'll be able to reach the consciousness principle. Chakshushas chakshuhu, eye of the eye. Means what? The principle of consciousness, ability to cognize name and the form and the color is possible only because of the supreme principle behind the physical eye. So once you study Vedanta Shastras, understand this, then you know that is the only reality. Everything else is only seemingly real. So Atimucha dhira pretyasmallokadamrita bhavanti. Once you establish yourself in supreme truth, there is only truth. Everything else is only seemingly real. This knowledge of reality will bestow upon you immortality. So remember, knowledge of reality bestows immortality. So, how to understand this supreme reality? Study the 10th chapter in greater detail. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvighnam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Shaje Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dakshinamurte Namaha Tadashivasamarampham Shankaracharya Asmadacharya Paryantam Mande Guru Paramparam Srutismriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashyakatam Vande Bhagavanto Punah Punah Ishwaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavat Vyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurte Namaha Apara Karuna Sindhum Jnanadam Shantarupinam Sri Chandrasekhara Gurum Pranamami Mudanmaham Om. All of you on cameras, chant Yam Brahma loudly. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Nimyaistamaihi Vedai Sangha Padakramopanishadair Gayanti Yam Samaga ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः देवाय तस्मै नमः ॐ श्रीकृष्णाय परमात्मने नमः अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता बिफोर दैट लेट्स चैंट द 6 श्लोकास ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम श्री भगवानुवाच तेषामेवानुकम्पार्थम् अहमज्ञानजं तमः नाशयाम्यात्मभावस्थः ध्यानदीपेन भास्वता ज्योतिषामपि तज्ज्योतिः तमसः परमुच्यते ज्ञानं ज्ञेयं ज्ञानगम्यं हृदि सर्वस्य विष्ठितं न हि ज्ञानेन सदृशं पवित्रमिह विद्यते तत्स्वयं योगसंसिद्धः कालेनात्मनि विन्दति ज्ञानेन तु तदज्ञानम् येषां नाशितमात्मनः तेषामादित्यवज्ञानम् प्रकाशयति तत्परम् यथैधांसि समिद्धोऽग्निः भस्मसात् कुरुतेऽर्जुन ज्ञानाग्निः सर्वकर्माणि भस्मसात् कुरुते तथा यस्य सर्वे समारम्भाः कामसङ्कल्पवर्जिताः ज्ञानाग्निदग्धकर्माणं तमाहुः पंडितं बुधाः ओम शांति शांति शांति. If you're not camera on, switch on cameras when we study this chapter with dedication. अथ श्रीमद्भगवद्गीता दशमोऽध्यायः विभूतियोगः. ओम नारायणः परों व्यक्तात् अंडमं व्यक्तसंभवम् अंडस्यान्तस्त्विमे लोकाः सप्तद्वीपा च मेदिनी. ओम. Now let's all chant slokas number 4 and 5 together, which we learnt in the last class, so that you fortify your knowledge. Shri Bhagavanuvacha बुद्धिर्ज्ञानमसम्मोहः क्षमा सत्यं दमः शमः सुखं दुःखं भवो भावः भयं चाभयमेव च अहिंसा समता तुष्टिः तपोदानं यशो यशः भवन्ति भावा भूतानां मत्त एव पृथग्विधाः. ओम शांति शांति शांति. Hardam Swagatam, hearty welcome to the next session on the 10th chapter, the most wonderful, glorious chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Vibhuti Yogaha, which talks about the glory, the power, the greatness of Bhagavan. So when you study this chapter, one thing should be very clear. Everything that is happening, everything that is existing in the world is an aspect of Bhagavan. First point. So nothing that happens or nothing that is existing around cannot be without any reason. There is a karanam. And so nothing should create any unnecessary tension or pressure because your mind, because everything is happening as per the law established by Bhagavan, which is dharma. So the best way to keep the mind free of worries and tension is to accept everything as Bhagavan's prasadam, Bhagavan's swarupam. Once that is there, very strongly embedded in the mind, your mind will definitely, at least your worries will reduce. Yes or no? Huh? Because that concept is not there in our mind. We keep on questioning everything around. Why this? Why that? And this questioning comes, why? Because of our own ignorance, our own what? Thought that I know everything. I'm saying it should happen, it is not happening. I am thinking it should happen, it's not happening. I'm saying this person should behave like that, it is not happening. Yes or no? Again, correct? So when you put yourself in front of everything and start thinking, questioning, succumbing to all the surroundings, then you will always increase your pressure. So we study only merely just Verbally studying Shastras is no use. It has to be integrated in your thought process and daily life. First is accept that everything is an aspect of Bhagavan. And so Bhagavan has pointed out both positive and negative. Bhayam, abhayam. That's why this sloka is very important. What? Bhavaha, bhavaha, abhavaha. Bhayam, abhayam. Sukham, dukkham. Then what? Manam, apamanam. Everything. So pairs of opposites. So the world is a pair of opposites, and all that is matter principle permeated by consciousness. And so you have to understand that these are all various aspects of the Maya Tattvam. So the two slokas, what we learned yesterday to remember constantly, what are they? This Maya Tattvam is an aspect of Bhagavan, Daivi Khesha Gunamayi, Mama Maya Duratyaya, Mame Vaye Prapadyante, Maya Metam Taranti Te. Some of you are finding it difficult to memorize a lot of slokas. All these are very important slokas I am pointing out to you. Write down separately in a notebook or against this particular chapter and commit to memory. And when you chant this and the next sloka, I'm going to tell you in pairs and chant it in Sanskrit. Will you understand the meaning in English or whatever language? No, chanting in Sanskrit has got a lot of power and benefit. So, can you chant with me again? Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mame Vaye Prapadyante Maya Metam Taranti Te. What is the meaning of this sloka? This Maya, all the happenings around you, all the matter principle, thoughts, feelings, people's reactions, very, very problematic, right? How people react to you, emotions, the reactions, all those things are all nothing but an aspect of Maya. And this Maya, Bhagavan says, Mama Maya. That means what? The matter cannot exist without Bhagavan. Duratya, very difficult, right? They all create a lot of trouble, right? Most of the times they create mental pressure, tension, why this happened, why that happened. No? So to cross over the thought of all these things is difficult. To not get caught up in all these things is also difficult. So Bhagavan says, Mamevaye prapadyante maya metam tarantite. One who surrenders to me totally. How? अनन्याश्चिन्तयन्तो मां ये जनाः पर्युपासते तेषां नित्याभियुक्तानां योगक्षेमं वहाम्यहम्. So if you want to live comfortably in spite of things around you, what you should do? Sagar, Ananyas Chintayanto. Mom, know that Bhagavan is not different from you. And so the other aspect, supreme aspect of Bhagavan, you remember as your true nature. And so all the happenings of Maya around you will not affect slowly. That you have to start building. Initially, you treat Bhagavan as a form, name and form, do all the worship, do all the prayers. Slowly, when you start doing properly karma, karma yoga, upasana, Vedanta Shastra, you'll understand that Bhagavan is your Bhagavan's principle, which is pure consciousness, is your also your true nature. And so all this Bhagavan is pointing out as not different from his own what? Maya Tattvam. There are two aspects. The entire universe, you can neither get matter independently nor can you get consciousness independently. Write down, very important understanding when you study Vedanta. Both the concept of pure matter and pure consciousness is possible only by jnanam. Are you getting what I'm saying? When you see matter, along with that, Brahman is coexistent. How? I told you how? The very fact it is existent. Existence principle is from Bhagavan, Lord Supreme. The matter is the aspect of Maya or Upadana Karanam. Are you getting what I'm saying? So everything is a mixture of consciousness and matter. Only by Jnanam you can separate both. What Bhagavan told earlier. No? There is one wonderful sloka. Mattah parataram nanyate kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. You learned already this sloka. Where is it? Anybody? Huh? Forgotten. 7th chapter, 7th sloka. Write down 7.7. Very, very easy to remember. 7.7. See, in this sloka, look at sloka number 9.5. What is the last padam? Matta eva prithag vidhaha. Matta is mattaha eva prithag vidhaha. That mattaha itself, Bhagavan has told where? In shloka number 7. Write down all these references, very important. You study the chapter, this way you will get complete knowledge. Mattah parataram nanyate. So now also include these now. There is another pair of shlokas which you can chant with the earlier pair I told you. Now this pair also you note down. Mattah parataram nanyate kinchidasti dhananjaya. Chant with me. You have learned all these things. Mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. So Bhagavan is telling very nicely, very simple form. Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. He dhananjaya kinchit. Mattah parataram nasti. So even the minutest of things is not different from me. Everything from the subtlest to subtler to subtle to grosser, grossest, everything is an aspect of me, the Maya Tattvam. First line. Second line, Mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva. See, this sloka is very powerful. It explains both the matter aspect as well as the Brahman consciousness aspect. So, while everything is not different from me, the aspect of my Maya, they are all held together by me as Supreme Brahman in all entities as existence. Write down. This kind of knowledge will not get anywhere. In all entities as existence, this Supreme Brahman holds together everything. Protam. Protam means permeates and holds. Then in some entities, it is manifesting as existence and consciousness. So elementary living beings, plants, it manifests as existence, consciousness. Only in evolved beings like humans, all three aspects, Sat, Chit, Anandam, existence, consciousness, bliss, all three manifest. So what is the takeaway? Nothing is different from Bhagavan as a matter, and also everything is in Bhagavan. Mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. So there's one sloka that you should remember. Then another one. Pair with this, because this is once again samashti. Samashti means what? It is something that is vast, difficult to comprehend, closer to yourself. Ishwara sarva bhutanam Riddeshe Arjuna Tishtati. So go to sloka number 18.61. You all lucky because you studied 18th chapter already. Very important and powerful sloka. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam. Chant with me. Now you got the sloka right? Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hriddeshe Arjuna Tishtati Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani Yantrarudhani Mayaya. So that you don't forget the word Maya. Bhagavan has brought Maya here. So now understand. Now these set of two pair shlokas include daily chanting. Addition to the 6 shlokas, what I pointed out. These are all ways to remember the presence of Bhagavan in everything. Can you chant the second pair now? What is the first shloka? Second pair. Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam Sutre Manigana iva. That is for the entire universe. Coming closer to you, Ishwara Sarva Bhutanam Hriddesherjuna Tishtati Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani Yantrarudhani Mayaya. And when Bhagavan says, Ishwaraha Sarva Bhutanam Hriddeshe Arjuna Tishtati, what is the meaning? You all have forgotten. Bhagavan says, literally what it means. When you see literally the meaning, Ishvara, Supreme, is present in the heart of all beings. Hmm? So what is the correct meaning when you study Vedanta? So, what is Ishvara is equal to? Quickly. Ishvara Tattvam is equal to Brahman plus Maya. Write down. So, this shloka is not with respect to Brahman. That's what people misunderstand. This shloka is with respect to Maya Tattvam. So Bhagavan says that the Supreme as Maya Tattvam is present in all the living beings in their heart. Here, heart doesn't mean the physical heart, the mind. The mind of all beings, the Supreme is present as Maya Tattvam. This Maya, the root of ignorance, is also an aspect of Ishvara is present. This ignorance is what makes us what? Go round and round, searching for happiness all around the world. So, Brahmayan Sarva Bhutanam. Brahman, it makes you stultified. Brahma Buddha it makes you sometimes, what is happening? Unable to comprehend. Sarva Bhutanam Yantrarudhani Maya. Just like you mount something. For small children, you show some playthings, no? It goes round and round like that, no? Like that, you put on that and switch on, it keeps on going round. Similarly, we all driven by this Maya, going round and round, questioning everything, what's happening, why that, why this, and searching for happiness. The day you realize all this is play of Maya, for me, I need to understand the supreme truth. Then all this, you will same thing which was affecting you again. You now look at it as what? A game. Understanding? So what you are inside it and getting affected now. Now you have to step out, understand the reality, and so then you'll understand the meaning of this. What? Gaudapada Karika, I keep saying, I'll explain one day. Keep it in reserve now. What? Prapancho yadi vidyeta nivartetana samshayaha maya matram idam dvaitam advaitam paramarthataha. So now if you want to know systematically organize how I should formulate my mind with respect to the world, put down these 5 shlokas. Can somebody put it for the sake of others? Very nice way for you to prepare your mind to face all challenges in life. What are they? First one, Mattah parataram nanyate kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva Ishwara sarva bhutanam hriddesherjuna tishtati Brahmayan sarva bhutanam yantrarudhani mayaya. Can you put all the shloka? This 3 and 4. What is 1 and 2? Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhan. That is I told you. Mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana iva. Here, what did Bhagavan say in this shloka? Mattayeva prithagvidaha. So, understand that by surrendering to Bhagavan. What? Other pair was what? About Maya. What? Daivi Shesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Duratyaya Mame Baye Prapadyante Maya Metam Tarantite Ananyas Chintayanto Mami Janah Paryupasate Tesham Nityabhiyuktanam Yogakshemam Mahamyaham. Then these two. Mattah Parataram Nanyate Kinjidasti Dhananjaya Mayi sarvamidam protam sutre manigana iva Ishvara sarva bhutanam hriddesherjuna tishtati Brahmayan sarva bhutanam yantrarudhani mayaya. Finally, top it up with this shloka, meaning you learn later. Prapancho yadi vidyeta nivarteta na samshayah maya matramidam dvaitam advaitam paramarthataha. So keep on repeating this for a few days, then slowly this will get into the system and you will stop questioning things around. The, the day you stop questioning, you will get a lot of peace of mind. Yes or no? Why is our mind agitated? Keep on questioning why this happened, why that happened, why this person is behaving, why that. So that questioning should stop at some point in time. Just because you are questioning or thinking, are they going to change? Tell me. Nah. So some people say that I have changed this person. Nah. Ram Kailash. Sometimes people get married, no? They'll say the wife has changed the husband, or the husband has changed the wife. Sometimes people fall in love and also for this person change this person totally, we think. You know what is the real secret? Nobody can change anybody. This person wanted to change for that person. So only the change has happened. Are you understanding? ಏನು ನಾಗರ ಬಿ ಕೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಯಾರು ಯಾರನ್ನು ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ because I wanted to change for this person, the change has happened. So please understand that everything is happening because of my likes and dislikes. And so don't put your ignorance in front of everything. It's a divine principle governing everything. Leave it to that. Do your duty. Follow karma, karma yoga, study Vedanta continuously. Then you'll get supreme peace of mind. Clear? This is the concept should have. When we proceed further, we'll take a couple of slokas, then go back to the ebook. All of you, please have the ebook ready. So now, after explaining the subtle aspects, so what are all this? In sloka number 4 and 5, they're all what? Subtle aspects of matter. Look at all of them. Whether it is what? Intelligence, knowledge, non-delusion, patience, truthfulness, sense control, mind control, pleasure, pain, birth, death, fear, fearlessness, non-violence, equanimity, contentment, austerity, generosity, fame, and ill fame. See, yashaha, ayashaha, all these things are all what? Grass, something you can get, is it? Fame, can you catch it in a box and come? Nah, if fame can be caught in a box, everybody can catch and come and then say, I got fame. Huh? It's all subtle aspects, right? So, all these are Bhagavan wants to point out the subtle aspects are nothing but different manifestations of Supreme as what? Higher nature or lower nature? It is Apara Prakriti or Para Prakriti? Apara Prakriti, Upadana Karanam, Maya Tattvam. Please understand that. Good. I'm very happy you're all. See, when you study Gita properly, you will almost get 50% of Vedantic knowledge. Remaining will come when you study Upanishads and Brahma Sutras. Now, okay, all the subtle aspects are Bhagavan. What about all these gross aspects? The physical body, the matter all round. So write down now for you to first systematically understand. There are three aspects in terms of existence. So one is the gross, subtle, and subtlest, right? For you in the simple physical physics. Okay. Now, this is explained in Vedanta. The physical aspect, the samashti swarupam, that means what? Totality of all the physical existence is called Virat Swarupam. Write down. It's called as Virat. Visheshena Rajate iti Viraj. It becomes Virat. So, the multifarious aspects, differential aspects of the physical form is called Virat. So that one, when you say Samashti, all the physical forms, when you collate together, that becomes Virat. It's a concept. Clear? Are you clear? The physical aspect, everything is a part of Virat. Okay? When you say Ishana Sarva Vidyanam, Ishwara Sarva Bhutanam, Brahmadipatir Brahmanodipatir Brahma Shivo me Astu Sada Shivom. Hey? So, Ishana Sarva Vidyanam Ishwara Sarva Bhutanam. So, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram, you have seen that, right? So, from an aspect of physical existence, all the matter principle collate into one supreme principle called Virat. Clear? This is the physical aspect, gross aspect. Then there is subtle aspect. Are you only having physical aspect? There is mind, sense organs, intellect, impressions, all this intelligence, everything, subtle aspect. This totality of the subtle aspect is called Hiranyagarbha. Write down. So Virat as the cover, Virat Surupam. Hiranyagarbha is the totality, samashti of the subtle principles. And behind this, there is the fundamental cause called Maya Tattvam, which is the fundamental Karana Shariram. So, Sthula Sukshma Karana Shariram. For individual, now write down. Individual Sthula Shariram is physical body. Correct? Deham. Then that is what is called as Shariram. Shariratram, right? The gross body. Sukshma Swarupam is what? Manaha, Buddhi, Ahankaram, Chitta, Pur, Praknya, all those things. Punyam, Papam, Dharmam, Adharmam. That is Sukshma Shariram and Karana Shariram. So, individually you are able to recognize Thula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram is Ajnanam, your avidya, ignorance. Karana means the cause, fundamental cause for you to be born again and again with physical form, gross body, and subtle body. The reason is what? Ajnanam. So can you write down individual as a Vyashti? It is what? Sthula Shariram, Sukshma Shariram, Karana Shariram is Avidya. At a samashti level totality, what is the gross aspect called as Virat Swarupam, Hiranyagarbha and Maya. So when I ask you what is Maya in Vyashti Swarupam, what will the answer? Maya in Vyashti individuality is Ajnanam. Very good. Avidya. What is Avidya in Samashti Swarupam? That is Maya. Clear? Similarly, Sthula Shariram, physical body individually. In totality, it is Virat Swarupam. In individual, what Sukshma Shariram, which is Chitta, Manaha, Buddhi, Ahankara, all those things, Sukshma, which travels, Divatma Tattvam, in totality is called as what? Hiranyagarbha. Now, formula. Now, can you write these two columns? You remember, this is a systematic Vedanta Shastras. And finally, Karana Shariram. Karanam for individual is Avidya Rajnanam. Karanam for the entire world is Maya. Are you understanding now? The matter principle that exists in the entire world is nothing but the manifestation of Maya. So neither can you remove Maya physically, nor can you remove Avidya physically. What can you do? Can only understand by jnanam that all these are only seemingly existent. There is no reality to it. Only truth is Brahman from which all this is manifesting. I am that Brahman. And so that only is a solution for all your problems. No other solution. Literally, Nanya Pantha Idyateya Naya. So, lot of deep concepts. Very deep, right? I put everything weekend, Sunday, you all sit and no, like a cow takes everything first and keeps on, no, munching back later. You have to keep on, no, thinking about it. Now, so Bhagavan has explained the subtle aspects through all this, Slokas 4 and 5. In 6, Bhagavan wants to say that not only the subtle aspects of individuals is created by me or an aspect of me, even the physical form are created or manifested by me alone. And so he wants to take the highest among creations. Once the highest among creations is being explained, then what does it imply? The lowest, no? All are what? Taken care of. Shloka number 6, wonderful shloka. Now let's chant it. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Maharshaya Sapta Purve Chatvaro Manavastatha मद्भावा मानसा जाताः येषां लोक इमाः प्रजाः.
महर्षयः सप्त पूर्वे चत्वारो मनवस्तथा मद्भावा मानसा जाताः येषां लोक इमाः प्रजाः.
Very good. All together. Shri Bhagavan Maharshayas Sapta Purve Chatvaro Manavastatha Madbhava Manasa Jataha Esham Loka Ima Prajaha. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Now, before we take up the shloka number 6 for discussion, all of you take up your e-book. Keep saying if you're not downloaded, even now it's not too late. Download even the previous chapters. Download now. Go back. All are available in the in our no YouTube channel. Listen to the lectures. Study systematically. Devoted study of Bhagavad Gita will definitely solve all your problems. Have that faith. For that, you need to have sincerity and dedication again and again to study. Now, take the 10th chapter ebook. Downloaded Vibhuti Yogaha. Okay. Now, as you can see, there are three important goals that are the focus of the 10th chapter. So everything is systematically, or a lot of research has been done, organizing all the shlokas, the goals, the concepts, and everything. So you're only going to take that fruit of all the hard work given to you, in a very, very easy form. Just need to consume. My Guruji used to say, Ele hakaito, all the sweets have been served, everything has been put on the your no banana leaf. Only what you do, only eat. Even that you cannot do, then it's a problem. Okay. So download the ebook and study systematic. So now look at the three goals. So now today our mind is what under different kinds of problems, challenges, and so the way we perceive the world is very different. Yes or no? We perceive the world as either a source of joy or a source of unhappiness. Yes or no? Some people will say, what is the world? World is full of sorrow. Whatever you do, in this world only living problems. Some other people, world is there only to enjoy Madi. So many things to experience, see, no? What? Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, so many enjoy. So either we think of the world as a source of joy or as a source of unhappiness, or no? Correct or not? No, give and take everything at the no bottom. The bottom line is this. That's what we look at the world as. Correct? This is the view of the Ajnani. Ajnani means what? Person who doesn't have any knowledge. So Bhagavan says, you have to slowly move from Ajnanam to Jnanam. And when you move towards Jnanam or knowledge, you will understand the entire universe is a manifestation of the glory of Bhagavan. As what? As Maya Tattvam plus what? Shuddha Chaitanyam, combination of matter principle and consciousness principle, in which what? The conscious principle is only one. Ekamevad Dvitiyam, and the Maya Tattvam is one or many. It's multifarious. So that understanding is the glory of Bhagavan's divine manifestations. Clear? So the entire world is know that, but we are not able to comprehend that this is nothing but Ishwara in different forms. So what Bhagavan does? Bhagavan takes special manifestations which are what? Appear it is very powerful, great, and points out, you see, among all this, I am that, among this, I am that. So that you can first recognize the greatest and best as Bhagavan, then the thought of everything is Bhagavan will permeate. Then, sir, why should I do all this, sir? I got better business to do. Every day morning I have to run to office. I have to earn money. I have to buy things. I have to eat. I have to sleep. I have to do so many things. Why should I know? Start looking at all these things from different perspective. It's not so easy, very difficult. Bhagavan says, unless you start this is called, as I told you, what is the physical aspect with multifarious forms? In no Samashti Swarupam, Virad Swarupam, understand? It's called Virad Ishwara Swarupam. Only a person who is able to recognize Bhagavan in everything, Virad Ishwara Swarupam, recognition only can transform into a jnani. If you want to become a jnani, if you want to get the ultimate knowledge, you want to get Brahma Jnanam, the in between step that is important is Virad Ishwara Upasana. That means what? Upasana means Dhyanam. So when you start understanding, you will know that everything is an aspect of Bhagavan as Maya Tattvam plus Brahma Tattvam. So, second goal, by constant Upasana on Virad Ishwara, that is present to you always, everywhere, 24/7. Look at the sky, all the stars and planets. Look at the sun, moon, trees, everything, different aspects. Goal 2, transformation of the Virad Ishwara Upasaka into a Jnani. What is the ultimate goal? Aham Brahmasmi. That you'll have only when you go through this process. There is no skipping. Then, sir, difficult for me to focus on this without anything to hold on to. So, Bhagavan in goal 3 is saying that specific aspect. So, instead of keeping it what? Generic, Bhagavan takes specific glorious aspects in various forms. There are different things, right? There are waters, there are rivers, there are hills, there are human beings, there are rishis, there are devatas, so many different species and aspects are there. In each of them, Bhagavan takes select few and says, the greatest among them, know that I am, my manifestation is there. So, this is for you to remember the what? Exceptionally great manifestations in different aspects. So that you will extrapolate that later, if not immediately, to everything that is present in the universe. You understand the know how the structure of, because there is no, this is all, nobody tells you. You can study Gita for 25 years with different people, you will not get all these things. Okay. So that is the development of this chapter. So 3 goals, clear? Now these 3 goals have got, I told you how to study the ebook, goals and key concepts, key concept notes. So there are 5 key concept notes in this 3 goals. In goal number 1, which is what? Understanding the glory of Bhagavan's divine manifestations. First is an overview, Vibhuti. What is Vibhuti means what? The glory. Glory of Bhagavan, recognizing the glory, and what is the benefit of this knowledge? That is the first key concept. You will understand from slokas 1 to 3, which you have studied till now. What is the overview of this? Bhagavan says that everything is my aspect only. And my real nature is what? Ajam, Anadim, Sarvaloka Maheshwaram. You forgot. And this is possible only with Brahma Jnanam. And so the benefit of this knowledge, Sarva Papai Pramuchate, forgotten. See, by the time you come to 4th sloka, first sloka is forgotten. What is that? Second sloka. So one who understands me. So 3rd sloka, Yoma Majamanadimcha Vetti Loka Maheshwaram Asammudhas Samartyeshu Sarva Papai Pramuchate. Understand Bhagavan? Right? Way through Vedanta, you will be removed of all the sins, even Sanchita Papam will be destroyed. That's why I keep referring to all the popular slokas. Sanchita Papa Vinashana Lingam, right? Tat Pranamami Sada Shivalingam. Okay, now, that is slokas 1 to 3, concept 1. Then, look at now the concept 1 picture that our team has done. Look at the picture. So, as I told you, for every aspect of creation, which is an effect, there is a karanam or a cause. But ultimate cause is Bhagavan, and that cause is the costless cause. So understand Bhagavan as the causeless cause. So in the first part of this first concept, we explained Karanam and Karyam. What does Karanam mean? Quickly. It takes some time for you to integrate your system. What is Karanam? Karanam is cause. Very good. What is Karyam? Karyam is effect. Very good. Now these two terms understand very clearly. Karanam and Karyam. So Karanam is cause, Karyam is effect. The cause is present in all the effects partially in various percentages. Please understand, the cause can never be 100% manifested in the effect. But when you look at the effect, the aspect of cause is there. And completely you cannot define the cause with the effect. So Bhagavan is the cause of everything. So Bhagavan permeates all entities. Everything is an effect, including all of us. Clear? So we can never define the cause on our own. So we discussed in detail. So who can explain about the fundamental cause? Only the fundamental principle, Ishwara only, Bhagavan only can explain. So Bhagavan is explaining about his true nature. Clear? So what is understanding? I told you. Go to the second part of this table. Bhagavan is birthless, causeless, supreme Lord of the entire universe. How nicely it has been tabulated for you. What is the Sanskrit equivalent? Ajam. Write down. You can write also in bracket. Ajam. Even that they have done on the right side. You see? Ajam. You don't need to do anything. Just study. Anadim. Then Loka Maheshwaram. Can you see in the right side? All in Sanskrit. So what is the benefit? Yaha Mam Veti. Whoever knows me as Anadim, Ajam, Anadim, and Lokamaheshwaram. Sarva Papaihi Pramuchyate. So nicely organized this ebook. Liberated totally from all sins. So the meaning also, mortals who know this with their discriminative power are freed from all sins. Now, if you want to get summary of slokas 1 to 3, it is there in concept and picture itself. Clear? So, the revision for you, slokas 1 to 3. Then, now look at the sloka organization. Can you see in page number 2? Slokas 1 to 3 is nothing but concept 1. Slokas 4 to 7, Lord's glory in brief, Lord's vibhuti in brief, as what? Subtle principle and gross principle. Subtle, all the things we discussed so far, 4 and 5. Then in 6 and 7, you will see 6 especially, the physical form of all the beings also is a manifestation of Bhagavan's mind. So this is nothing but slightly more elaboration of Bhagavan's manifestation in short, in brief. And how this knowledge will, what? This knowledge of Bhagavan as subtle and gross principle is important for you to get the ultimate knowledge, is what we're going to study slokas number 4 to 7. We have finished 4 and 5. We will finish 6 and 7 and come back to the ebook so that you'll be able to connect with the ebook as a revision. So now, chant with me sloka number 6 again. Shri Bhagavanubhacha Maharshaya Sapta Purve Chatvaro Manavastatha Madbhava Manasa Jataha Esham Loka Imah Prajaha Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So, having explained the subtle principles within the human system, refer slokas 4 to 5. Bhagavan wants to say how the creation of beings, among the highest creations were the great rishis, then the gods, then the human being. So Bhagavan wants to give some example from the higher order of creation. You can ask, sir, why did Bhagavan not say about amoeba? Why did Bhagavan not say about frog? No? So by explaining the highest creations, what is implied? The lowest creations are also included. So People who want to do what? Vitanda Vadam Mise. They will ask all this. Then Bhagavan is keep on saying, how many beings are there? As how many species are there as per our Shastras? Huh? 84 laksha. Very good. NRS. 84 lakh different species, not 94, 84. 84 lakh different species. And from that species, so many other genus, then so on. Keep on saying, you can write books and books. Bhagavan is very selective so that you can find out. Okay, now look at creation in human form. So when the first creation happened, okay, first creation was the great rishis. So you all know in popular Purana, we say Brahmaji was born from Vishnu's navel. You see the picture, right? Brahmaji existing, coming from navel, lotus sitting on that. Correct? So this is all good for you to understand. But in Vedanta, you understand this way. But anyway, we'll connect both for you to understand easily. So from Brahmaji, first creation were the four great Maharishis, right? I'll give the meaning later because to understand the meaning is very difficult. This sloka is slightly complex. First, put your notes, understand properly, then we can go back to sloka. So, what are the first creations? Four great Maharishis: Sanaka, Sanandana, Sanatana, Sanat Kumara. So, they're called great sages, four great sages. And when they were born, after they were born, because they are coming out of the power of the mind of Bhagavan, you can say through Brahmaji, so that you understand the story aspect also. Because of the initial thought, why? Because a lot of tapas Brahmaji was doing, their mind after they were born never got into the world. At birth itself, what happened? They were born with Vivekam and Vairagyam. So they never entered into Pravritti Margam. Pravritti Margam means what? What we are all doing every day. Continuously getting involved in the world, acting, getting money, all those things, all these things we are doing is called Pravritti. Pravritti means what? So-called progression in one direction. Mind gets dissipated in the world. So then they didn't have this thought of getting into worldly activities. So by birth itself, they went into Nivritti Margam, write down. Because of which, what happened? They are all, though born as human beings, they didn't go into worldly life, they didn't get married, no children, no progression. Nah, nothing happened. Nah, Ram Kailash. So Brahmaji was very disappointed. Then what happened? Then he created the next 7 great sages, Sapta Maharishi. So these people are like in between. They had balance, like all grihasthas. What you should do? Follow the Sapta Maharishi, Saptarishi Mandalam. You see, even the sky, there is one special place dedicated to the Saptarishi Mandalam. So the Sapta Maharishis are different as per different Puranas. I will tell you the names in the next class. Time is running short. All the names will be there in the ebook also. We will go into that later. So the Sapta Maharishis took the path of Pravritti Margam. So they say I will balance both objective life and subjective life. Okay, like my Guruji. My Guruji is a Gresta. So objective life, taking care of all things, and also subjective life, focusing on Brahma Jnanam, Atma Jnanam. That is the next set of creations. All these are what? Physical entities, right? Physically, there are Maharishis. Physically, Saptarishis. So the first 4 are called Brahmarishis. Write down. All are Maharishis. In that, the first 4 are called Brahmarishis who took the Nivritti Margam because they focus only on Brahman. That's what you see in the picture of Dakshina Murti. Have you seen? Below Dakshina Murti, there are 4 great sages sitting and getting the ultimate message of knowledge. You can see that picture or not? Very important picture. Take that. I'll send you a picture if you want. Maunam Vyakhya Prakatita Para Brahma Tattvam Yuvanam Varshishtaante Vasasiganahi Avrutam Brahmanishtaihi. Brahmanishtaihi. For people who are Brahmanishtha, Dakshinamurti is giving them sage. Acharyendram Karakalita Sinmudramanandamurtim Arupam. Atma Ramam Udita Badanam Dakshinamurti Meedhe. Supreme form of Lord Dakshinamurti, giving the ultimate knowledge to the four great Brahmarishis. That picture you can see for doing what? Upasana Dhyanam. That is Brahmarishi. Then the Saptarishis. All the achievers like Vishwamitra, Vasishtha, all they do everything. They're all in all rounder, like all of you. Doing the worldly work, also doing Brahma Vidya work. Both they are doing. So that's how progression will happen. Otherwise, what will happen? Everything will be Nivritti. Then seven great sages. And then the 14 Manus. 14, all the names are also given. So we can all study all that. So 14 Manus who will further propagate the human existence. All these were born out of Bhagavan's mind. That means what? Bhagavan's mind means by the power of the mind, by tapas shakti. So, for you to understand much better, we say that the supreme principle has delegated the creation to which principle as per our Shastras? Brahmaji, forgotten, right? Now delegate. What should Bhagavan do? Create, sustain, and dissolve the universe. So, for us to understand, there is one Brahmaji, Mahavishnu, and Maheshwara. Clear? And so, Brahmaji is anything to creation, you go to Brahmaji. And so, even Mundaka Upanishad, now even that is resorting to same Puranic explanation. Write down. Tapasa chiyate brahma tathonnamabhijayate. Can you take the reference? In the Mundaka Upanishad says, Tapasa chiyate brahma. Only by tapas of Brahmaji, everything was created. So before the creation of human forms, you need to keep everything ready. The moment you are born, you are hungry or not? The moment the child is born, he should be fed. So food should be ready. Otherwise, if you are born without food, you will die. So before that, first all the food was created, then only humans were created. Tapasa chiyate 118. Very good. Can somebody put the mantra? Tapasa chiyate brahma tatonnam abhijayate. First the food was created. After that, all the beings were created. So when we say by tapas of Brahmaji, that all these are born. Tapas happens how? Physically or mentally? From the mind, right? So, by the mental power of Ishwara Tattvam, represented by Brahmaji, all these creations happened. Now you understand? Slowly you have to see. KNS put the mantra. Tapasa chiyate brahma tatonnam abhijayate annat prano manas satyam lokah karma suchamritam. So when you study Mundaka, you will understand. So very nicely, this aspect of creation is mentioned. And so Bhagavan is taking the essence of Upanishads. Please understand, I told you, Bhagavad Gita is essence of Upanishads. So unless people study Upanishads, they will not understand all these things. 99%. My Guruji will say, Pedugulu. They don't understand Upanishads. Simply they'll keep on maki saying that. Fools would say Gita without studying Upanishads. So when you study Upanishads, you will know that all these are nothing but Upanishad mantras presented in nice form. So for today, understand that what? All the four great Brahmarishis, number one. Number two, all the great seven Sapta Rishis and all the 14 Manus. Why 14 Manus? We'll have to discuss the next class. I'll come to that. Who are having Bhagavan's nature because they are part of Bhagavan. And also what? From Saptarishi and Manu, they had progeny. Brahmarishi didn't have progeny. Please understand. Got it? So all these, and from them, and before that, the world has to be created, the entire world. Tasmadva etasmad atmana akasha sambhutaha akashad vayuhu vayoragnihi agnerapahadhya prithvi prithivyamoshadhaya oshadhibhyonnam annat purushaha. So, when Bhagavan is pointing out that these physical beings were created, you should understand earlier all these setup conditions were done. How do I know? Earlier shlokas in Bhagavad Gita, Bhumi Rapo Nalo Vayuhu Kham Mano Buddhi Revacha Ahankara Iti Yamme Bhinna Prakriti Rashtadha. Somewhere we heard this, no? Huh? So Bhumi Rapo Nalo, all the other elemental things are created earlier. Then here, because Bhagavan focus on glory, who is bothered about this? No air, water, mud, useless. You show me something very splendorous, very great. That's why Bhagavan begins by saying the four great Brahmarishis, seven great Saptarishis, 14 Manus, and the progeny of the latter two who are in this world are all born from my mind. That means what? The power of tapashakti that is represented by Brahmaji. So connect that with tapasa chiyate brahma tatonnam abhijayate. Now you understand how deep the concepts are? So it's taken more than 6 minutes more than the scheduled time. But hopefully it's useful. No, this all deep concepts and also a lot of focus. That's why you cannot cut off suddenly and end the class. 8:30 you cannot say, oh, then you will not understand further. So go back because this is a bit complex. Go back and listen to this, make notes, organize everything, study in detail. The next class, all this ebook is very, very useful. All the names are given immediately for reference. Yes or no? Are you finding it useful? Otherwise, you have to break your head. Who are the four great Brahmarishis? Who are the seven great Saptarishis? Who are the Manus? What is the greatness? All that you'll be able to understand. Download the ebook, revise through the lectures, and be prepared for the next class on Thursday morning. We'll continue this wonderful chapter to understand Bhagavan's manifestation. Everything is Bhagavan only. Sarvam Kalvidam Brahma. But our mind, because of ignorance, is not able to recognize. Slowly, Bhagavan is taking us towards that knowledge. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Hri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om Tatsate. Krishna 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 Shubhamastu Samasta San Mangalani Bhavantu. Hari Om Narayana. So make sure you all download the ebook and be ready. Very important chapter. Narayana.